and raise your voice. Sing, sing, sing with me. Down and down into the deep. Who knows what we'll find beneath? Diamonds, rubies, gold and more, hidden in the mountain store. Born underground, suckled from a teeth of snow, raised in the dark, the safety of a mountain home. Skin made of iron, steel in our bones. To dig and dig makes us free. Come on, brother, sing with me. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Digging a hole.
Right, here we are, Season 10, flipping the coin, checking the coin, keeping the coin. Welcome to the NATTS Season 10 Playoffs. Here we are, Game 5. Boy, was this one ever eagerly anticipated here, because this is quite the matchup, and you're gonna love it. Well, at least I hope someone's gonna love it. By the end of this, one coach will love it, the other one won't. Let's just face it. So, who we got? That's right, the people with the longest list in the entire league, the grudge bidders, the dwarves, the proper dwarves, if they would put it, are here, and they're ready to take some names and, well, do everything else they can do. And I think they ran out of bubblegum long ago. Let's face it, they're about to show you that United Airlines are a bunch of whips when it comes to treating people. Meanwhile, Khemri, yeah, long overdue. Finally, they have an appearance here in the playoffs. And of course, as everyone knows, you got 16 here. Khemri have come in. They've got 3 rerolls. They've even got a wizard. They've even bought a couple of ancient wine and embalming fluids just in case. As for the dwarfs, well, you're in their home, so they're ready to rock and roll, and the fans are behind them the whole way. And the coach is behind them right away, preferably with lots of explosives. So let's get this one started. Of course, kickoff return, one of the smartest skills ever by for the Khemri team. Well, there's a gentle wind, and we'll see how exciting this actually gets around here. Come on.
Anything to declare? Yeah, don't go to England.
And we're not going there anytime soon anyway. Ball comes down, easy bounce comes back, and the Khemri. Oh god, immediately they go straight in with the fireball. Well, that's something you don't see every day, but, well, that's Blood Bowl for you. Well, I guess he paid attention to the previous cast, and, well, frankly, he wants to try and throw him off. Will this work? I don't know. We'll see what happens here. There we go, and already the piling on has begun, but nothing's been achieved by that one. Good, solid hit there, and unfortunately it's only just a stun. Well, that's it. This is going to be a grudge match way before anything else properly happens. No surprises. What do you expect from the quality of these coaches? This one's gotten personal very quickly indeed. And now you're about to see something at the Khemri. It makes you think they've been paying attention to the BBPN broadcast. Mobile game. Fails the easy dodge. Oh, sigh.
Fuck off!
Well, I can see that. I can fully believe that coming from the dwarves. It immediately turned 2 as it's all gone wrong immediately. They're out of reroll and they've achieved nothing. And the Khemri have decided, well, they can actually go for an early score and get rid of this bloody thing. That is exactly what they're doing. Golden opportunity, and they're gone. Two dice, asked to re-roll that one because, well, his view is it did nothing. And it's even a KO. No! What has happened in this game? This is going complete. You can already see the foaming rage coming from the Dwarven dugout. And that's just from the fans. I'm not even going to describe the couch line. I'm terrified it's going to crack the bloody camera. Khemri are just going to continue the bash downs at this point here. There's another solid hit. And they just quietly and calmly march down the field. They might even decide to just do a dodge away just because of reasons. What's the odds that's going to work? Yeah, no, he's actually going to stay there because it's really pissing him off. Alright, Dwarves. You've just been given one hell of a courtesy reach around here. What can you do about this one? You've got to stop this ball carrier. Looking at the board, how do you do that? Oh, look, he's hit something. Yes, I know it comes out rather sarcastically, but that's so far. Here they are, turn 2, and the Dwarves are finally throwing a punch. Well, he's got him. Here comes the miracle run around to see if he can get anyone on this player. It's a solid punch. Does he got anything more? No, he's got nothing else left. Here comes the Death Roller just to pin all this up. And goals, there he goes again. Sigh. It looks like, unfortunately, the Khemri team, they've got themselves, yet you wouldn't believe it there, an early bloody score. Absolutely crazy.
Holy shnikes.
Well, that didn't go according to plan, and suddenly the Dwarves have gotten themselves a wee bit of a problem. A wee bit of a problem, they said. Okay. KO stays out, cuts the blade, unfortunately. Well, he's not going to waste any time on that one. There's the call. We never even got to know you, lad. We only got to see you turn the ignition, and that was basically it. Dwarves suddenly completely absent, and they even won the toss. They chose to be on the defense. This is going to be one of those games, isn't it? So here we are, 1-0. Khemri on. Yeah, you test your ears. You're not hearing this wrong. On a quick, fast score. Well, I'll tell you this though. We know there's couch over there, and I can see that cold stare of death. Or in this case, saying it's directly Khemri. How about powdered death? Because I'll make sure the bastard doesn't get back up, doesn't he? They're going to get this one back. They're determined they're going to get this one back. Alright, lads, let's get this one started here. It's a high kick, so nothing really exciting on that one. And let's turn this around to watch a great amount of luck. Look at the kick all the way back corner. And the Dwarves, hate to admit it, they'll take the touchback on that one. Brutal, because it leaves them one player completely out of position. And now he's got to spend probably the next 2 weeks lumbering his way back up to the front line. Dwarves not known for the speed. Dauntless. This is going to be the skill that might just save him this game, if it can achieve anything. And he's starting off with a good couple of swift punches. Here comes the ref of the Dwarf crew. And you might actually see something rather extraordinary. A quick score by the Dwarf. Yeah, this is the kind of game it's become. Finally, solid punch. Only, of course, oh god, he's got the same thing too. Must be a former Dwarf. His head's as thick as the bloody rulebook. Dwarves. You can see how crazy this has absolutely gotten here. Pouring it on, 1 die block. It's just a push me, push you, but they're just glad to get something working here. And they decide to tuck the runner in. Is that a good play? Good question. Don't know on that one. Looking at the crazy skills here, he probably checked and he's a little bit paranoid about what can actually intercept him. But he's going to have to start moving this next turn. Khemri, believe it or not, are mobile enough they're going to have to adjust. I heard that right. This is one of the few matchups where the Khemri might just have the maneuverability. Because let's face it, one of the fast ones is way back here. Alright, come on back. Here we go. Solid punch. Down goes the lad. And now here comes all the pain he can ever deliver. Tomb Guardian smashing away. 3 dice. Fortunately, that's it for Dwarven Armor in this case. Yeah, you heard that one right. Good solid hit. Gets himself another stun. And the Khemri are completely adjusting and screening for not moving forward. And then again, after that shock of the first turns, it's all to blame the Dwarf coach on this one. He's got to get this player back up into the plane before he can decide to, well, really do some crazy stuff. Dauntless, one more time, gets the results he wants. Well, mostly. And now it's his creative push me, elects not to stand firm. That is called ingenious there, lads. Pops the play out and now pins them all down. And now he's in a fantastic position. 2 dice going across. Breaks through, but not through the armor. Dauntless one more time, this time with more feeling. Well, down he goes. And he once again decides not gonna risk it. He's looking at this one player here. He's kind of wondering if he can do anything. Instead, the Dwarves are going to continue to try to plow the road. Because let's face it, they're getting plowed the way this is going. 1 die block does get the solid hit. And that's a skirmish way away from the main play. Khemri, can they contain this one? This is more the play style the Khemri are, well, truly and completely adjusted for. And they do have, with the Tomb Guardians, quite the impressive presence. However, you know, no brain, no pain, as they'd say. And I'm amazed if a spark's ever fired off in that brain. Down goes the Brawl Troll Slayer. That's going to make his life miserable. And again, the longer this lad doesn't go forward, the more the Khemri are actually able to use, you got it, mobility to keep this attack contained. However, are you seeing what I can see? You got this young lad here. If you can get away with it, clear this out, quickly dive over, hand off, and run. He might not be able to catch you. Because this is becoming very dangerous on the flank. Well, the Dwarf counterattack continues. And again, they run into the thick skulls. They're just not getting the progress that you really expected at this point. And there's another stun. And again, he's not getting through.
You must be joking.
Well, it's not my complaint. And now here comes the craziness. Dauntless. He's just trying to plow the road. Well, he's cleared it, but what is that in the end achieved? Your team still has an advance and the clock's ticking. Again, the Dwarves are waiting for something to finally break. It's just not happening. Block on the flank. From the Khemri's viewpoint, that's a win. And there we go, finally, desperation, 1 die block. Finally gets a fail. That's 3 roll, makes a dodge with a Troll Slayer. And there's a wonderful punch that once again...
I'm invincible! You're a loony.
And you saw that right. 3 times he gets through, 3 times it's just a stun. The Khemri are now going to have to wait a few turns, but I can still cover this one here, and they do have freed up players. Troll Slayer's bitten off a bit more than he can chew. Down that poor lad goes. Oh, that's going to be a brutal one. Nope, still hasn't. Still hasn't broken the poor lad.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
Well, let's hear it for Dwarf determination in this game. Yeah, you're getting that right from this caster. This is going to be a fierce one. And meanwhile, returning the favour on the side. 1 die. Let's see how you like it, briskets. Two dice over here. The Dwarves are just getting slammed on the flank. Not that it matters. Ball's coming down, but the clock's still ticking. Well, the Dwarves had enough of that one. He's got them tagged up here. And here it is. And he's going for the score. Here come more crazy Dwarves. Push me, push you. He's conservative on the reroll in case things really go wrong. Fails the 2-die uphill, but he still gets it anyway. Round of applause there. As the Troll Slayer somehow digs deep. Then again, he's a dwarf. They always diggy deep. Incredible. Now you're seeing go for it by the Dwarves just to keep this as a man scrap. And they're still making them. There's another one. What did he put on them? Rollerblades. Khemri. They're about to be shown here. Just two can do this mobile game. But can the Khemri actually stop this? That's a big if. There's a lot of work going on here. Well, he tried the creative push away, did not work. And of course fails the dodge. He will try that one more time. That didn't work.
What the fuck are you two looking at?
And there it is. Dwarves have got the chance, but does he score it now or wait one turn? That's a dangerous place to be, isn't it, when you have to make a decision? Especially against teams like that. Nope, that's it. He's decided he better put that one in.
Son of a bitch must pay.
Now the Dwarves have just had enough of this one so far, and we're going to go bravely into the second half. Alright, let's see what they can do here. Now, personally we believe at this point here, nothing tragically should happen, but, well, that's what's so crazy now at this point here. Any given Sunday, and as we've already seen here, this Khemri team's not afraid of going for it yet. You've got it, a quick score. But the Khemri, realistically, are just looking at it as they got a free turn to put some beats in. It's 1-1. I think they're alright with that, considering they've already got the Dwarves having, well, a wee bit of a problem. However, Wizards burned. There comes the crazy kick. There he goes. Well, it's a free rain roll. That's something here, finally. And something has finally gone the way of the Dwarves. I just wish it was something else going their way. And here we begin the beatings. Lots and lots of beatings. Oh, block on block, you gotta love it. Well, fine, I'll hit him with him. Let's try that one. Down goes the poor lad. More beatings. And it's a rather ferocious turn so far. Block on block still is not getting anywhere. Let's try this one. Well, the lad's down. But clearly not out. You can see the setup here. Suddenly the grudge bearers have had to completely change everything. 2 dice into the blitzer. He got the poor lad. And he ends up skirting back. And now you can see it. Well, that's it.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yeah, well, Constable Ed, he's decided he's taking a side on this one. And it's Dwarf this time. Crazy as it might seem, but you know what? The way that start was, he's not allowing that for 1 second today. That's good to hear for a change. Dwarves, They've got one turn back to at least try and do some damage here. That's not the way to do it. Push me, push you, and you can see the death glare coming from the dugout once more. And that's it for the first half. Not what you would expect. This halftime is brought by Khemri Fried Camel. It's bone crunching good. So as we can see here, the Dwarves, could they get the KO back? Still not. And that's actually starting to become a problem. Alright lads, let's get this one back on the field and let's get going in here. This time, Dwarves start the offense. Boy, they can certainly be offensive when some things go absolutely wrong. It's quite a crazy game when you're realizing it. On every kickoff here, both these teams for once, and it's beautifully done by both coaches, have always made sure they've got a kickoff return player eligible. Cheers, and I drink to that, lads. Right. What, you think I'm kidding about that? I'll drink to that. Now, give me an excuse for drinking. Hey, look, it's Thursday. I'll drink to that. Right. Come on, can we get on with it already? Alright, let's get this started in here. Khemri. There you go. It's a perfect defense. Well, that's all you need right now. And the Khemri, minor adjustments here. They're not critical, but indeed it's minor adjustments. But you can see now what he's considering here is things go a little wrong, and we've seen plenty of that already. He can turn the flags and make this a scrum way back here. Once again, absolutely brilliant kick. This time, no one to drop it. I need to admit it. That's basically what you want to do. And the Dwarves, well, that's it. It's payback time. And it's a fist on fist. Well, okay, mutual fisting. Whatever gets your fancy. Charging up on the blitzer. He's trying to get something to happen, and you're starting to see the rage inducements just continuing here. Attack on the inside. He's got one down, and of course, once again, it's a stun. And he's got the ball. Well done for the young lad. Of course, by saying young, he's only 83. 2 dice uphill. Just cannot get the production to work. Does finally get the shove away, but there goes a precious reroll, and he's doing it again. And he finally actually gets away with another good block, and the Khemri, well, knowing them and their long view of the game, they just stand up and get back to work. Alright, what are you thinking, lad? Oh, that's what you're thinking. Alright, he's got a plan. I didn't say it was a good plan. Of course, I always only endorse Plan B. And Plan B in this league is kill everything on the field. This, I think, is an excellent plan. Should be the plan for several teams. But, yeah, enough about my own complaining and gripes. Okay. And he's only stunned. You got lucky on that one. This might become the stunning wars here. Every time we see an armored break, either coach is cringing. And he's got to run it down the flank. And he knows the Khemri just line it up. They might turn the flank soon enough. Maybe, maybe not. This is going to be an interesting drive, lads. Well, we were promised adventure. Here we go. The Dwarves finally get something to actually go right. About time.
Do it! Just do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Nothing is impossible! No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can!
I'm sorry, the Dwarves need all the encouragement they can the way this game's going. Thank you very much for that one. See, there you go. Told you that was actually going to work. It's only a stun, but you'll live with it.
The pigs, Errol.
Sigh.
This is the worst moment of my entire life.
Well, let's try that again then, shall we? There you go, stand firm, and quite frankly, he's whipped out his third leg and he's using it as quite the anchoring tripod. Now he's stunned. Well, so much for the entire flank's been turned. But now here's the funny part here. How's the Khemri want to deal with this? And you can see Tomb Guardian, and now you can see with the yellow skeleton here, they're turning back to a defensive line, not advancing. That's a rather interesting strategy. Is it the right one? Who knows? Push me, push you. But now the Tomb Guardian's actually past the halfway mark. One dive block, of course it fails. Rerolls that. Oh, he gets a push. And he bravely decides to advance. Alright, Dwarves, what are you going to do about this one? Well, that's it. Screw the screen. It's time for some real pain. He's got the lad down, and now you can see what the Dwarves are having to do. They've got to turn, and as they're saying, they're going to have to go full potato. Again, figuring that if you've got enough of these players over here, maybe we can force the issue. It's not a bad strategy. Of course, nothing else has worked this game, so why not that? And no, I might be jinxing it. Let's hope not. There you go. He's finally got someone.
On the reflex.
Second one's down. Now, do you stop running? 100% he's on his way. Khemri team. Well, I picked a hell of a week to quit sniffing cocaine off a hooker's asses. Let's be blunt. Khemri team, way out of position. And that's not stopping them. Should have followed that one up. But then again, looking at what this player has, of course he's got Fed. Good skill. I got to admit, it's a good skill. When you don't want to go guard, a couple of Fens in the right spots. See, this is why we know this is top-line coaches versus, well, top-line coaches. Not like that goblin crap they had last season. Speaking of, here he goes. Giggy, giggy, giggy. Dauntless. One more time. He got him. Good solid bunch. He's finally got someone. Hooray, hooray.
Ouch, down population you, bro!
That is now the second regeneration to work. So frankly, from the Dwarves' viewpoint here, this has got to be immensely frustrating because if they get through, they're still facing a full team. But what's important, that's 2 players removed for the drive. This is an interesting change. One die straight into, well, leading with his own chin. Khemri team. Well, let's get back to work here, shall we? Come on, get that preview out of my face. Get that face out of me butt. Phrasing. Continuing on. Oh dear, they're going run after the run here. Khemri are taking a very long viewpoint here. Lads down. And this is where now it's getting absolutely terrifying. Oh gods. He's stunned. Count your blessings. You've been reading that rule book and wearing it as a top hat. But now here come the Khemri anchoring things up again. Push me. Push you. Tomb Guardian's in a great spot. Meanwhile, side flank here. There's another solid hit. There goes that poor lad. Does not jump on him. I'd jump on a dwarf. They make great trampolines. Does not risk the one die. Well, at this point here, it forces the dwarf to have to do something. Turn 13. It's not time to panic yet, but you can see the butt clenching going on at the sideline. Red dice, once again, gets away with it again. This is the most phenomenal troll slayers you've seen all year. let's face it, they're carrying this team. How are they ever carrying this team? And he fails the dodge. Again, there goes the ball. Yes, you see that right. Once again, fails the easy dodge. Ball's free. Khemri, golden opportunity. Look out, it's only a stun, but from the Dwarf's viewpoint, that is still devastating. That keeps the player out of this play. And now the Khemri just mark the ball up. Dwarves suddenly turn 14, and they've got a problem. No rerolls left, and that Troll Slayer, look at that lad go. Finally gets the Dauntless, one die, gets away with it though, and it's still a push. The Troll Slayers are one man trying to save this team. Solid punch, he's got him. Well, now where are you going? Well, he's marking the player up. He's going to try and keep this ball under some control. Dwarves done, turn 14. Nothing else they could do that round. Khemri, get back to work. Push me, push you. And it means he actually, of all things, moves in another Tomb Guardian. I don't think anyone's getting this ball. Not unless he can really clear this up. Down goes that poor sprightly lad. There's another. Finally, 2 skulls right into his fist. That's what you like to see. Dwarves, it's a glimmer of hope. The flag is flying in the end zone. Off on the side here, 2 dice. The Dwarfs finally get at least something. They will take that one.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants.
And now it's time to actually do some real damage as they're feeling. Here comes the blitz. They're trying to free the run-up for the miracle play. Absolutely fantastic hit.
Who wants some?
And that's suddenly 2. Of course, you can hear the gesturing here from the Dwarven coach. Where was that several turns earlier? Well, it's paired on turn 15. And as noted here, well, he did bring the extra, so there's no guarantee those are actually staying out. Crazy play time. He has cleared at least someone from the ball. Meanwhile, on the side, block on block, does he go for the crazy play? Runs out of time on the clock, but he is in scoring position. Khemri completely observing this. Oh, they know what's been going on with his dodging. And they decide to do nothing else but just put another one on this poor guy. Meanwhile, sideline battle completely not involved. Frees up an extra player to bring in. That's not a bad idea. You've got him. You've got to free this player up somehow. You've got to clean this mess up somehow. Solid hit. He's down. You'll take it. He's not too picky. There you go. Dauntless pays off. It's even a stun. That's a bonus. Here comes the blitz away. And you double skull it. You absolutely double skull it. You can see what's going on there in the Dwarven dugout. Absolute rage-inducing from the coach. He has lost it. Congratulations. We are going into overtime. Insane as that might sound in this game here. And this overtime is brought to you by Nico Teeth, the instant cure for your unsightly white teeth. Now with new added tar. Alright, Constable Ed, bring us out of here. Coin flip has been determined. Let's see how this one is marked up. As you can see, yes indeed. Flip is done. Grudge bearers will be on the attack. They're going to choose to receive this one. And Khemri are waiting for them. As you can see, all the reserves in. Only the one KO out. It is a block skeleton. No rerolls. Either team. Will the crowds actually make a difference in this one? This is going to be it right here. It's time to see how tough your team really is.
I'm Batman.
Alright, lads. Let's see what you can do. There's the big kick. Are you kidding? Not even with the fame, they got the reroll.
There's a touch of madness around here.
And not bad kick from the Khemri viewpoint. They've put it way in the back end. Let's turn it around to see how the Dwarves are going to deal with this one. Immediately, first turn, all about ball control. That is a deadly reroll. Looking how that one actually worked. How did they actually pull that one off? They just rolled extremely high. That's all you can say. This gentleman, so hard he's trying to make this team win. It's just not happening. Now he's got to drive hard for the win. Just clear a path and go in. Problem is, it's all Iron Man. Anything goes wrong, that's it for that drive. Block me, block you, and it still continues. And you can see here the Dwarves are already preparing up the traditional Dwarven cage. No one's there. But the Khemri. Let's take this nice and calm and precise. Boy, this is one hell of a day for drinking, isn't it? Now you're starting to see extra aggression from this Khemri coach because he's got that one reroll. Well, Stand Firm is buying time, but he's buying it with, most of his body. Kind of like my sister. And we'll continue on here as the Khemri just continue a punishing assault. They finally have found the Troll Slayer. He's down, but, well, that's it. He's going to die. He's going to die by someone else's hands, and it sure hell isn't a filthy mummy. Because he's not his father. It was a brutal turn, but Dwarves didn't lose anybody on that one. Time to return the favour. Up come the grudge. And here we go again, frenzying up, just does not quit, fails the dot on this, does get a result, and he's down again. Well, he's got the ball, it's good he's got that one there, that's some success there from the Dwarves' viewpoint. Anything that maybe possibly goes right, he's ecstatic over there on the side. Push me, push you, that's all he gets. Once again, fails the Doubtless. But these Troll Slayers, bloody miracle workers. Right into a red die. What you do? Well, skulls are bound to happen about this time here. For those who have been checking in here, yes, indeed, the Dwarves have committed and done 2 injuries. Khemri have regenerated both of them and have brought them back on the field. He's also got the extra smelling salts and embalming fluids, so he's also brought back, one of his 2 KOs. According to the Dwarves here, I wouldn't blame him, especially his supporters. It's just not enough damage. And it's not sticking either, so that's making it even worse. Meanwhile, this is Stand Firm at its best. Finally, the port lag goes down. Khemri trying to keep this one contained. I don't know, you think they're succeeding? Here's the problem. 1-2 got him, but he's got 2 players tied down. That's not a good exchange if you're the Dwarf. However, let's not worry about that. This is the focus right here. And he comes. It's not breaking, is it? Alright, here we go. It's just relentless, isn't it? And again, comes through. Down goes the Tomb Guardian. Toya, Khemri, front line. Just getting annihilated, but it states facts clearly here, lads. It's working. Because the Dwarves are getting 1 square. And they've got no rerolls. The Khemri are frankly playing a patience game. He makes a dodge away. He realizes he can't stay tied up. That is a good exchange from his viewpoint. Khemri team. Once again, a ferocious charge down the center. He's got him, and down he goes again. Khemri have got to be wondering what's going to take the break, but this is troubling. They have managed to free a Tomb Guardian, bring him over, and once again the flank is tightly contained. Reminds me of my list. Never mind, you don't need to know that, lads. Let's just say, the benches come off tomorrow. Grudge bearers, fully aware of this, have changed things up again. Makes the go for it. Makes the handoff. The lads away. This finally could be it. He's got the breakaway he needs. Khemri, not known for their agility. How are they going to catch this young, sprightly lad? Is this finally the turn of play? The Khemri decide to fire a couple of blocks over. Don't mean anything. They are maneuvering other players into position here. Boy, are they ever taking chances, but that one reroll is looking precious. There it goes, just to get the play. He gets the kick away. He's screened up. Here comes the eligible player. He mocks him up. Over here, Khemri team continue a barrage.
Can't believe you've never been cow tipping before. Get ready to live.
And you saw it there. There goes the Dwarf Apothecary just to keep the player on the field. They do not want to risk even a KO because even they're not sure of this one. Here it comes. Runner. It's a push. Marks the player up. There he goes. Does he? Bloody hell!
I think the phrase rhymes with clucking bell.
Trips near the goal line. Ball free. Khemri cannot believe it. And you can see here the entire Khemri team re-maneuvering back into position to go get this ball. They are definitely going to do everything they can to make sure the Dwarves do not get this thing. However, no, Khemri, they are now completely out of rerolls. Early stun in the front line. Meanwhile, finally something partially goes right. And this could be it. No, it's not!
Oh, yeah!
And that's a horrible result for the Dwarves. They did get the players back up, but a failed dodge away. It's hard to describe. No, really it is. Because if you look at it, the Dwarves have been getting forced to dodge all game, and if you've been counting, that is 4 for 5 fails on AG3 dodges. That is a brutal result. Khemri, they've got the bloody thing. No, they don't. They've dropped it. They've actually dropped the ball again.
The BBC would like to apologise for the following announcement.
Well, as you can see it there, the rage is so palpable from the Dwarven dugout. We've suddenly had the largest bear cake we've ever seen hurled out the dugout, and he's taken out the cameraman. So we're quickly having to go to an alternate cameraman here to continue the broadcasting at what has been an absolutely stunning game. We're going to bring you right back in the action to cover how this one finally finishes. Are you ready, lads? So thank you all for your patience. I didn't see it coming, and as I understand, neither did the cameraman here. Fortunately, it looks like it's only a KO. He should be back in time for the next game. Right, let's carry this one in on here. Turn 23. Let's get this started. the blown blitz away dodge, and of course the blown pickup. Let's see what the grudge bearers end up doing with this one. Blitz along the side here, and of course fails the surf, which is what he needs to free up the runner. Because he's not trusting dodging at this rate here. Down here, meanwhile the rest of his team just continues the punishing assault.
I have not even begun to fight.
And you can see, finally the regeneration fails. Wee bit late in the game, isn't it? But the Dwarves, finally, they make a dodge. And as you can see there, well, sure hands.
You wouldn't let me join, would you, you blackballing bastards?
And here come the Khemri. Counter attack on the runner. Solid hit. Down goes the poor lad. And the Khemri, you see it, they finally actually got the ball.
Cut that out!
And he's away. Trying to save himself from the sidelines. Block on block, but you hate to admit it, it keeps the player tied up. So it's actually an effective play. Rest the Khemri, stay in position. Dwarves, it's still a scoreable position. They've stood the player up for the desperation play. Here it comes, Kamikaze, the dauntless player. Brilliant move, trying to get him next to his other player. Runs out of movement, and he still can't get him down. It's a flurry of attacks. Looking at the player, he's got block. Now it works. He gets this one down. There goes another Khemri player. Not even paying attention. 2 dice uphill. Sadly, his reward is for his efforts. And now it's the Khemri. Turn 24. They cannot score it. But they can certainly start committing some more pain.
You're a goddamn disgrace!
And you can see it there. There's an injury. And he's... Oh, lords, he's going for the surf. What does the crowd actually think of that one? There he goes. Into the crowd. Oh, God. And there goes another one. Oh, God. It's just terrible.
No, you're doing it all wrong. Stand up, boy. You're tripping over your own feet.
Well, he's tripped over something, all right. And that's both runners. And he immediately returns it there with, well, getting himself, his own KO. But there you go. Suddenly, all in. Overtimes are over. And they're not even going to show us the kickoff. Apparently, it's a glitch in the system. The penalty kickoff is missing from the replay. So guess what happened? Horror of horrors. Khemri win it in a kickoff. 2-1 is your final score. And it's heartbreaking, isn't it? You do everything you can. All comes down to that crazy first 2 turns by the Khemri of exploding, and that's you don't expect from a Khemri team, and making it a speed game, grinding out the second half, and then the third half, more grinding out. That's rage-inducing. Time to bring up drinking. There you go. And Nuffle next time, lads. Bless your dice.